Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of ArmTalk. I'm your host, Jody Williams, and today my guest will be James Beech, and hopefully he'll be joining me momentarily. But where do I start with today? Snowball effect. Things been going out. Things been talked about with the latest. I don't want to say greatest, but the fallout with the Knuckles Up thing and the last one that took place in January, and some of the people who were told they were going to get paid, some did, not all of it, others did not, and I think now it's come to a head, and I'm hoping at some point that this situation does resolve itself. But again, I will go on record to say, I'm one of a handful of people that, what's up, Scott? How you doing? I'm one of a handful of people that went to an event and the promoter told me, hey, tell me what your flight is. I'll reimburse you this, that, and the other. And when I got there, much to my chagrin, it didn't happen. It didn't, it was kind of messed up, basically. So I was there that particular night in October 2023. I was there. Ryan Espy was there. Gabrielle Vasconcelos was there. The reason why I bring those two up because these two are in the same predicament with this latest one. So I feel bad for other people like Nick Stone, Cody Wood. They made it very vocal where they stand and that kind of stuff. So like I said, I hope at some point that situation gets resolved. Where do we go from here, right? And the post has been out there. There's been things said about, hey, if you don't have the financial backing to do what you say you're going to do, then just don't do it, right? Now, here's the thing. My man John Dixon's watching. What's up, buddy? Here's the thing. There's this saying that says you need to stay in your lane, right? Okay, cool. Stay in your lane. Now, I'm not going to try to sit there and pretend like I know what's going on as far as, the financial backing, what they can and can't do. I don't know what their overhead is. I don't. But I will say this, though. It's not fair to have competitors say, they get to a hotel, for example, right? And all of a sudden, yeah, my name is such and such. And, oh, that'll be X amount of money. You're not going, wait a minute. That was supposed to be already taken care of. Now that puts you behind the 8 ball and, what the hell? So I'm going to go off my experience. And I went to the North for South, Manitoba, Canada. But you know what, though? Let's hold that because my guest is in the house. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. So what is it, like 7:49 p.m. where you're at?
Spot on, mate, yeah.
I'm trying to get my time zones correct. How you doing, man?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Long day, but yeah, ready for some food now.
Nice. So, are you looking forward to the Arm Gods? I'm looking forward to our match, and I've been training, trying to get the weight down to 231, and just to let everybody know out there that Mr. Beech and myself, we have a match for the 105 kilo left hand independence championship at 231 for us Americans, and it's a title match. It's real simple, but the Arm Gods rules. If I don't make 231, then it's a non-title match. No problem. I get it. I'm at 235, just so we're clear. That's where I'm at right now. So how's your training?
Yeah, I'm just tapering off now. Just trying to get rid of a few niggles, the stuff that just sort of follows you around all year that you never seem to shake off. So right. Just having a bit of a rest off the table, tapering everything down now, trying to come in healthy.
Already, pork chop. Ooh, already. The champs are there already. There you go. So, when do you guys arrive in the States? Do you guys come on a Wednesday, the 19th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think with the time difference, I think we'll leave at like 10 a.m. and get to you at about 10 a.m. your time. So,
so it's like you just time stood still. Oh, okay. Yeah, but I'm real excited. I like the promo videos that have been put together and stuff by Marcus. I'm hoping he's watching. I'm really excited about that. And so tell me something. I know us Americans, we have a game plan about, yeah, we need to do this and do that. We can't sleep on you guys because you guys are very, very smart at the table, very strong, and we can't overlook you guys. What is the conversations over where you guys are at about us guys from us Yankees, as you guys like to call us?
Yeah, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, it's just same suit warmed over. I like turn up, knowing I'm prepared, and just do what I do. I try and stay calm. I'm not overly outwardly aggressive. I like try and stay calm and think about what I'm doing, try and execute my plan properly.
And I agree. I think
so far it's worked for me.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of athletes on each side that can be very animated, and let those guys do that. I'm kind of in the same boat with you to a certain degree. I mean, I'll get fired up. Don't get me wrong, but if I'm quiet, I'm thinking about, okay, what should I do next? I'm thinking about the setup. I'm thinking about a counter move and stuff. I can't do that if I'm just smacking the table, pounding, yelling, and screaming. I'm not wired that way. After a win, yeah, I can do that. But during the match, I got to be laser focused. And I see you're kind of the same way.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. If those sort of emotions come up, then I'll let them out. But that's not my thing really. I've thought about trying to make myself a bit more entertaining for people to watch, but it'd just be false. I just do whatever. I just be myself, and that's it.
And that's the key, I think, James, because I think if you try to be somebody you're not, people see right through it, and then they'll get a bad taste. I mean, that's the experience, I've seen. Not so much. I mean, I am who I am, but I've seen people try to act a certain way, and people see right through it. It gives off a bad vibe. Do you agree?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the animated characters. I enjoy watching them, they're entertaining. But like I say, if I tried to do that, it'd come off wrong, because it wouldn't be me being myself. It'd just be false. So I'm not going to go down that route.
Right. No, I totally get that. So tell us something about yourself. I mean, what is your accolades in the sport? How long you been pulling this, that, and the other? Tell us.
I think it'll be 7 years in October since I started. Accolades. I've not lost at Arm Gods yet on any. I've competed on all of the big Valhalla cards since Arm Gods started. Paul and Marcus have been very good to me and take me around, and I've been sort of like a staple part of the program for all the big shows.
Right.
I've placed second at nationals a couple of times, and yeah, I beat Evan Burgoyne in Canada, left-handed.
I did see that match, and the build-up was like, oh, okay. After Evan got smashed by Paul, and I'm thinking, okay, and then the next build-up. I think that was taking place in Canada, right? Did you guys go to Canada for that one?
Yeah, it was brilliant, mate. The atmosphere was absolutely incredible. It's the first time we've done like the team event thing, like USA, like UK versus Canada or whatever. And because you're in that closed environment, it's like a melting pot. Obviously, we were the bad guys over there because we were in Canada, but the atmosphere was like, it was incredible, brilliant. So I'm expecting more of the same when we come to you guys.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, East Coast too. Oh yeah, we're gonna be all over the place. Some things I want to say, because I know I've been getting a lot of stuff thrown at me about the first Valhalla with the thumbtack match, and I don't want to go too far into that, but I do want to say this though. One of the things, well, not one of the things, but some of the things I do like is that the setup, right? You have the table right in the middle of the arena. Then you have the people surrounding the table. I've never seen that before, so it kind of gives it this, this like, wow, the crowd's on top of you atmosphere. I've never seen that before, and I do like that. What's your take on that when you saw that layout? You thought, wow, man, this is pretty good. What were your thoughts on that?
You feel like you're in a coliseum. You really feel like you're going to war. It's especially with the walkouts. It's the whole setup from start to finish. So obviously you do your run throughs, you've got your walkout music, you come through the curtains with the smoke and the sparks, and you're getting sort of filmed on your way to the table, and you sort of walk in through the gap, and you feel like you're walking into a fight pit, and then you're in the middle of it all by the table, and then it all goes off. It's brilliant.
Not to mention, as you can see in the background, I got my arm guards red on, right? So you walk into the arena, and all of a sudden it's like this red light is just beaming throughout the whole, venue. I'm kind of going, wow, man, is it hard to see? I'm just curious because that red light is on the entire event. And I always wonder, okay, cool. I was wondering.
It just all adds to the atmosphere. The only thing what you can't really see is it's for the people watching at home, you can see everything, but you can't capture the atmosphere, what you get while you're there. It's one of them. It's got to be experienced to appreciate it. But I guarantee, mate, you'll love it. It's brilliant.
And I can't wait because I've seen Valhalla, in the past and stuff. Didn't you guys have a recent one? Not too long ago, like maybe a month ago. Didn't you guys have an event?
No, we had nationals a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Didn't
Canada come up there?
Sorry?
Didn't Canada come up there? I saw a match with you and BLM.
No, that was one of the Super Series.
Okay. So
arm wrestler.
So what's the difference between that going on than the other stuff?
I think Paul and Marcus started the Ultimate Arm Wrestler series. That's like intended to be a weekly or bi-weekly show. So because they've got a subscription model instead of a pay-per-view, it gives the people who are subscribed something to look forward to almost every week.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like that.
Yeah, kind of like where that's going. Plus, for the guys who don't get to compete on the big Valhalla shows or like the USA versus UK stuff, he's bringing in some of the maybe not quite so high level guys and giving them a shot at walk because they still get all the sparks and the smoke and it's live streamed and they get the interviews and everything else. So you still get the same feel for it. It's just a lot smaller closed event.
Well, I do like that. I was reading over the itinerary and of course, we got the weigh-ins. We got the press conference. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm thinking, I've never been a part of an event where you had a press conference, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm thinking, I like this, and so that's exciting to me. The crowd is like even watching it on, on my TV, and I can see how loud the crowd is. Like I can only imagine what the decibels are when you're there in person, Yeah,
it's incredible. To me personally, it's like once I'm at the table, everything else is like white noise. I don't. I'm only focusing on me, you, and my corner man. So usually Paul. That's the only people that I can hear. Everything else is just white noise. And then I have to watch the events back after to see exactly what went on.
Yeah, because you're so laser focused that like you said, your corner guy, your opponent. I don't hear that kind of stuff, and then you kind of go, "Oh, I really did that kind of stuff." So I enjoy that kind of stuff. So tell me something. Are you the current holder of the Independence belt? Yes.
No, this is the first time it's been done for left arm 105. So whoever takes it will be the first.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like the current holder. So.
No, I'm the current holder of the left arm Commonwealth belt at 105.
So is the Commonwealth belt that kind of stays over there, correct?
Yeah, well, I think anybody from a Commonwealth country can be can challenge for the belt, as far as I know.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's exciting because now, and let's just say, for example, I know, Mighty Moo's going to get on me when I say that, but I'm not going, you know what? Let's just say I do win the belt. Does that mean I got to go over there and defend that, correct? I'm just trying to find out what the rules are.
That's something you'd have to ask Paul and Marcus, mate. I'm not up on that at the minute, I'll be honest.
Paul Maiden's Hot Spicy Boner says, "Hey, Chocolate Thunder, where's your arm guard shirt, buddy?" I don't have an Arm God shirt. I don't. So, I mean, I hate to break the news to you, but I don't have one. So I may have to get one. So, but I tell you what, though, I have been keeping my ear to the ground and stuff, you know. I have been tagged as the underdog in this match between you and I. So I'm just going to let you know, just so we're clear.
Yeah, but that's about the UK boys.
Yeah. So I'm sure it's the reverse, you know, when you ask anybody from the States. So I think it's going to be a good match. We got 11 super matches on the card. 6 of those are title matches. You got 3 world titles. You got 3 independence titles. So I'm looking forward to that. Have you talked to any of your teammates as far as like, do you train with them or how does that work out?
I don't think there's anybody going that trains at my club.
Okay.
So, yeah, all the rest of the team that are going are from scattered all over the UK.
Oh, okay. So how many people do you have in your club?
So there could be up to 20 guys if everybody showed up. So I train at 2 o'clock. I train at Club Torture with Paul Maiden. That's where I get all my work done. And then
Okay.
I've got my own club in my home city as well, where I've got like a load of novice guys that I'm coaching. Could be up 10 or 12 guys turn up at mine once a week as well. Okay.
Hey, you know what? That makes me jealous because over here in Oregon, on the western part of the United States, I only got 3 guys, including myself, I train with. And so it's kind of, if there's any flaw in my game, I'm not trying to give out any secrets or anything, but if there's any flaw in my game, it's the lack of table time that I'd rather have that I just don't get. So I got to find other ways. I got to travel to other practices and stuff, you know, within the state or even out of state. I got to do all that kind of stuff to get a good, you know, practice in. That's just the way it is in Western part, you know. But, you know, I kind of struggle with that. But the workouts are doing good. They're going well. I'm feeling good. I got no aches or pains. So I'm ready. I'm ready to get after it. What do you think?
Yeah, good. I mean, I'm in a very fortunate position training wise because the club where I train with Paul, that's an hour up the road for me. So I travel an hour every week for that. But once I get to, I've got just very lucky. I've got some really high level guys, like some of the top guys in the UK of all different styles. So we've got some really strong hookers. Paul's obviously an evil top roller. We've got a very good mixture of training partners, which I get on a weekly basis. So it's just lucky for me as I only live an hour down the road from them.
No, that's good. You're very fortunate, and I'm glad that can work out for you. So, when is you guys' how'd you do at nationals?
I didn't pull nationals.
Oh, okay. You know, and do you guys hold that at the beginning of the year?
It was, when was it? It was, I don't know, it was probably a month or 2 ago. No, it's the end of the year, so I think it's November nationals.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, good. And so do you guys?
We have quite a few tournaments at the same venue, so I get mixed up with which is which.
Okay. Oh, Mighty said it was in December. All right, awesome. So when it comes to like going on the world stage, you know, I know there's this big divide between IFA and WAF and stuff, and you know, I don't want to go too far in that rabbit hole, but you know, for you guys, when you guys win your national, what world championship do you guys usually go to?
I've been to IFA twice. I've never been to WAF.
So how do you feel? I know it's getting better. I went at one of the earlier versions of IFA when because it started in 2019, then the pandemic hit, the COVID, and then that was the year we were supposed to host it, but then the pandemic kind of wiped everything out. And then the following year in 2021, we had it again, but not everybody was able to leave their countries because it was still going on. And, you know, it was more of a national than a world that year in Florida. So, but I know year by year it's gotten better and stuff. And so I'll just kind of hear it as Paul Maiden's hot. I think that's White Wolf on there. He said IFA is a wicked tournament. So you've been to it a couple of times. Go ahead and tell everybody on the show what's your experience with IFA Worlds.
Oh, loved it. First one I did was, I can't even, it was when it was in France in Dieppe. Went over on the had an absolutely wicked time. Just missed out on the medals. One of my own teammates knocked me into fourth. So that was a bit devastating at the time. But we had a fantastic time. And then I did the one in Greece. Tracky. I finished. I pulled the Masters 105, and I finished. I got silver on my left and bronze on my right.
Nice.
Again, the venue was brilliant. It was the place was just. I felt like I was on holiday. It was brilliant. Just sitting on the beach every day. It was great.
Well, this year's IFA, you know what, and I know where it's at. I just have a hard time pronouncing the country's name, so I'm not going to try to butcher that. But rumor has it that next year, that's just a rumor now, that it'll be in Tokyo, Japan. So that'll be something good to go. And now it's all about vacation, right? Thinking, if I can go to Tokyo, Japan, take my family with me, let's go to the IFA. You know, it's going to be in late fall anyway. So, yeah. Look who's here. All right. I call him the commissioner. Mr. Marcus Thompson's in the house. All right. All right. Hey, welcome to the show, sir. Welcome to the show. So, with all that, you know, do you think, would you guys come in here? And I've been telling all my guys, hey guys, you know, they're going to bring energy. And that's the one thing I do like from you guys. You guys bring energy, you know, and I think it's a shot in the arm that the sport needs sometimes, you know. What do you think about all that? The emotion and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, again, it's a lot of the UK guys are very animated and get very emotional when they pull in, but it just accentuates it a lot more when you get to that. When you obviously, it's the build up, and it's the traveling, it's the walking through the airport. And that's something we don't get to experience very often, is having that team feel. So all the guys normally competing against that are normally your opposition, you're actually going out and you feel like a unit, like a team. You travel out there together, you get there together, and it just amplifies everything. It's tremendous. Love it, absolutely love it.
Yeah, and I can agree because the United States is so spread out. I think I'm the only one traveling the farthest, you know, coming from the Pacific Northwest, going all the way across country to the Northeast. And so, you know, and we talk each other on the phone, you know, we're that kind of stuff. But, you know, when we finally get together, you know, for one common cause, a lot of us hadn't even met. That's how far apart we are, you know. So getting together for this and knowing that, hey, we have a very, very tough task at hand, and we got to go ahead and make sure that, you know, we go ahead and get the job done, because at the end of the day, we're all fighting for that Independence Cup. And I think Marcus is onto something where, and I gave Marcus and Paul this idea. I said, hey, have this cup, but engrave the year and the team that won that year. So that way, whoever wins, they keep the cup for a year, and then the bragging rights, and then the next year it's up for grabs again. And if the other country wins, then you put their name in the year they won, and kind of keep it, you know, like a tradition thing going. I think they're onto something, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that it can be something big. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. It's like a prestige thing, then, isn't it? Everybody wants to be holding that cup in their nation. And it's just going to make you fight all the more for it, all the harder if you're trying to win it back.
Yes, and like I said, I like that, because that's where that really that team aspect. Now, I don't want to sit there and say it's like the Olympics, but I will say this though: you got on our side different athletes from different states joining forces. You know, same thing with you guys. You got your little countries, and you guys are joining forces, because you even said, well, you know. I train with my club here, but some of my teams on this UK team are like all over the place, you know, and you guys get to conjoin. You guys are flying over together, you know, you get to have breakfast together, lunch together, dinner together. You get to do everything, and you get to experience everything out there. So I do like that. But I do have a question. Do you guys plan on pulling the tournament too, or just the actual event?
I'm going to pull the tournament, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was wondering that, because and our weight classes are different. I know our weight classes here for Winter Blast are more like the, you know, WAF, I guess you could say. So, you know, if you and I are 231, we know, and, you know, IFA or whatnot, that next weight class, you're in the supers. Whereas here, we'd be in the 242 class. All right, which is fine. I'm comfortable in that. But then the next one would be the supers would be 243 and over. So it's a little bit different for the weight classes go, but I think it'll be still awesome to see you guys there because I didn't know if you guys were pulling a tournament or not. So I was kind of wondering,
Yeah, mate, I'm really excited about that. I'm looking forward to that as much as I'm our match. Just be nice getting in the mix and just see what it's just test yourself on foreign soil, isn't it? People you never get a chance to pull. I mean, the UK is a lot smaller than what you guys are dealing with, so everybody knows everybody. You sort of, even though the numbers are growing, you're still dealing with the same few guys. Like any guys at your level, you're dealing with the same ones like every tournament. It can get a bit boring.
Well, okay, so I'm glad you brought that up because there are times where if you're in a small area and you pull the guys, there's pros and cons to this. You pull the same guys over and over, then, hey, guess what? You can create some kind of friendly rivalry over time, bragging rights and whatnot. But like you said, sometimes after a while, it gets kind of boring, it's like, However, when you pull somebody different, that's when you get excited because I want to know all the training, all the stuff I know. Can I compete with somebody from a different country? I mean, that's how I feel. Like when you guys are coming over here, it's like, okay, now I get to see, showcase what I got, just what you guys do here. For me, it's different also because there's people on the East Coast I've never even competed against. I get to compete against them too. So it's going to be, I'm going to be in awe, honestly. So that's how I feel. You feel the same way?
Exactly, mate. Yeah, exactly. It's always more exciting when you get grip up with somebody new. Every time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the climb. Even though it's the same guys, you lose to somebody, and then you paint a target on the back, and you just try and turn up to every tournament you can where they are there. And even if you have to lose to them another 5 times, you just keep chipping away until you finally get them, and then move on to the next guy that's above, and you just keep gradually chipping away, working with the ladder. But yeah, it's definitely more interesting when it's guys you've never even seen before, you never heard of them, and you get a chance to grip up because you could get turned over by somebody you've never even heard of. And that's exciting.
Right. So, did you get a chance to see the medals that will be for the tournament for the 98 Winter Blast? Did you see those by chance?
They look awesome, yeah.
And I'll show the people just in case they didn't see. So they look like this. So those are the medals, and you can see how big they are because I think that's Ryan Grondin's hand. So there's that. And then, did you see the Arm Gods ones too?
Yeah, they're cool as well. Everything looks awesome. The t-shirts look great as well.
So I kind of like those because they got the shield, So I'm thinking, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. So, and the Arm Gods medals, everybody gets one that's competed in the Super Series, Super Match. Everyone gets them. So, I mean, like, you're going home with something. I mean, that was something we kind of thought it'd be kind of cool. Hey, have the guys who are doing the Arm Gods get their own separate medals. And then Winter Blast, these are the ones you get when you place top 3. Also, in the open class, they got these dragons. I don't have a picture. I will hope somebody send me a picture. They got these dragon statues. That's for first place in the open class. So there's always that kind of stuff too. That's the one thing some of the tournaments here in the States do. So like if you go to Michigan State, if you take top 3, you get like a gorilla statue. It's about 10 to 12 pounds. That's how much it weighs. If you go to Mississippi State, you got the bulldog. If you go to Ottawa, Canada, for the Ottawa Open, you get a big giant, like, a 15-pound, like a buffalo type statue. And then Winter Blast has the dragons. So those are pretty cool to have. And so I'm thinking, you know what? This is awesome. You guys get to come down here, test your stuff. We get to test our stuff against you, and everything's have a good old time. I'm just waiting till it's all said and done, and you and I can go ahead and have a pint and just sit there and talk shop. I'm looking forward to that also.
Yeah, likewise, Paul. So did you say that the Dragons is only for the open weight category?
Yes.
So anybody who's got one of them is a seriously bad dude then?
Yeah. Well, I mean, last year, Winter Blast, and I kid you not, James, and I don't know why this is, but last year, the Winter Blast was the biggest tournament in the country. So here's the thing. We got national. Oh, so Paul Cruz was watching the show. He just sent me a picture of his. So look, So he won a couple of them. So
Oh yeah, man, they were
they
wicked.
look like that. So those are the kind of dragons you want. So I'm thinking, and for me now it's like, oh, this is awesome. They got these dragons and stuff, and I'm thinking that's cool. So how do you feel about statues for trophies? What do you think about that?
Sorry, mate, you cut out then.
Oh, sorry. What do you think about statues? For like a first place, things like that. What do you think about that?
Yeah, anything. I'll collect anything shiny, medals, statues, anything. No.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that.
not fun.
Oh yeah, the point I was getting at. So Winter Blast had over 500 entries last year. Okay, so we're like the only country for whatever reason, and I don't want to get into part of that, where we have two nationals, right? So one nationals will get you to the IFA, the other national will get you to WAF. Last year, you combine those two nationals, it still didn't even scratch the surface on what Winter Blast did last year with over 500 entries. So
Wow.
just to kind of let you know, Mr. Doskus is in the house. How are we doing, sir? Welcome to the show.
Hey,
So I think Michigan State was second. They had just at 500. So again, we're talking a lot of people that will come to this event. And when you guys are coming and you're going to compete in the open tournament too, it's going to be like, man, because all the United States guys are going to be like, oh, I get to pull somebody internationally. So they're excited because a lot of them don't travel like outside the States, which I get, no big deal. I know firsthand, I've been to Manchester before. I pulled for the other organization, and I knew I was there. I'm thinking, yeah, this is big time stuff over here. I thought at the time I knew what I was doing there, and I go over there and just to be there with the likes of James Wall. Mindy was there. Mindy, I hope I know he can't bring it, but he had some good drink there, and we were playing pool over there, and yeah, that was some stout stuff. I was like, woo, had my head spinning. But just to rub elbows with all those athletes over there, I'm thinking this is what arm wrestling's all about. You sit there, you compete, balls to the wall, you leave everything on the table, and when it's all said and done, hey, let's go have a beer, let's go have a pint, let's go get a bite to eat, and just talk. And it's fun that way. And I think it's going to be the same thing when you guys come to the States. What are you guys expecting?
Oh, that's what I'm hoping for. Like I say, go out, get the job done, win or lose, and then you shake hands and you have a drink and have some food, and then at the tournament the day after. I'm expecting when we get to the tournament, everybody's going to be gunning for us at the tournament. Everybody's going to be rubbing their hands together, thinking, can't wait to get our hands on these UK guys.
They're going to be licking their lips going, oh, yeah, who's in my class? Which one of y'all's in my class? So I'm telling you right now, and that's the beauty of it, because I think now, and like I said, what's going to be so important is the fact that, you know what? I think, will it be Bogdan Storka, David Bradford, James Beech, James Wall, Mindy, the list goes on. And I'm saying, even Josh Davies, I'm telling you, you guys come over here, it's like, okay, this is my shot to prove, because you never know. Paul's going to be watching, Marcus is going to be watching, and you never know, because guess what? If by chance you make a good showing, you may get a call that says, hey, you know what? I like what you did. I'm impressed. Maybe you might be interested in coming over the next event over in the UK. What do you think? You never know, right? What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, that's how it goes, isn't it? You turn up, you give a good account of yourself, and that's it. They have your back. I think they just want people who stick to the word and put on a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I've been in talks with Tim Breslin, because he went over on that last one you guys did over there, and he said you guys treat him very well. He said he had a blast. He wants to go over there again next time, given the opportunity and stuff. He said he had an awesome time over there, and I kind of picked his brain like, what's it like? He goes, you wouldn't believe the atmosphere. I can't say that enough, but what better person to talk to than the guy who's already been there? He goes, yeah, I lost my match, but at the same time, I wish the States would do something like that, with the light, and the fireworks coming out, and your music and that kind of stuff. And you know what? I'm looking forward to it. And I know for a fact if I get the chance, fingers crossed, if I get the chance to go over there, I know for a fact, I hope I don't get overwhelmed because I know that's going to be like, yes, home field advantage for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I actually shared a house with Tim in Ireland.
Oh, how was that?
Brilliant, mate. Gent, absolutely love him to bits. He's a great guy, and his wife as well. They're both fantastic people. A bit surreal for me because obviously I've been watching Tim compete, watching him on internet for years, and then next thing you know, you're sharing a house with him, sitting having breakfast with the guy, and going out for food and all that sort of stuff. So that was a bit peculiar. And then I ended up doing his corner as well when he did his match. Yeah, it was ace. The island was special. That was a really. They got something like a 30-foot LED screen up with your face on when you interview. When they introduced you coming out, it was bizarre. That just felt like a big event. That was
nice.
special. Yeah.
You know why I like Tim? Because Tim Bresnan reminds me of one of those guys because he's been in the sport for so long, but he's done a lot of stuff. He's been to WAP Worlds. He's been to Zloty. He's been to the PAL Top 8. He's one of those guys where if you just sit down next to him, he has all kind of stories. Like, he'll sit there and tell you how strong Levon is then as opposed to Levon now. I mean, he said, I pulled him and I laughed because I couldn't budge the guy. When you sit down there and just listen to him talk, you just do this because he's done it all. I mean, what more can you say, So I like guys like Tim.
Yeah, I could talk to him for hours. Yeah, brilliant company. Yeah, awesome.
Yes. So what else have you guys heard about the States as far as, us pullers? Have you heard anything else about – I know you guys have been watching any kind of footage. I know my man, Paul Cruz, he just won the open class 242 at the Arnold over this past weekend. So, yeah. So my man Cruz is going to be ready. I'm telling you right now. So Mr. Bogdan Stoica, be ready because Cruz is coming. Cruise control because he had an awesome showing. And I'm like, man, if I was there in person, it'd be like, man, just super awesome. So he did real good for himself. So I'm excited to see that match. But aside from us, our favorite matches being us, what other matches are you looking forward to on there?
The one I'm really looking forward to is David Bradford and Jason Merlo. Just stylistically, they're both just wicked top rollers. I think it's going to be a battle of finesse, that one. I'm really looking forward to see how that goes.
I would say, I'm looking forward to, James Wall, Paul Passmore, Paul Cruz, and Stoica. But you know what, though? There's something in my stomach that I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing Corey Miller and Craig Sanders. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Craig. Well, they're both legends, aren't they? Craig's one of my favourite pullers ever. He's a legend, obviously in the UK, and they're both fast as lightning. And yeah, that's got banger written all over it. That has. Can't wait.
Yes, I mean, you got two guys who are known for their speed. So now it's like, okay, well, who's going to get to their spot first? And, looking at that kind of going, man, that's going to be, who do you pick? I mean, jokingly aside, I'm okay with the jokes that I can take it. I'm the weak link of Team USA, which is, I'm fine with that. I laugh, I'm fine. But you look at every card or every match on a card, I don't see a weak link anywhere. I'm like, these are going to be some barn burners. And by the way, people in the chat, some of you guys may know, others may not. If you are involved in a title match, Paul Cruz, Nick Stone, I'm talking to y'all. If you are involved in a title match, it's the best of 7. Just so we're clear, best of 7 for any title match, So how do you feel about that? I mean, that you talk about if it goes to the silver bullet, man, explain that one to me.
To be honest, that suits me because I get so much table time, I don't get tired quick. So, the more rounds for me, the better.
Right.
That's it. Because I mean, I've done super matches in the past where I've lost the first 1-2 rounds, and sometimes it takes me that long just to figure somebody out, and then I can hit my lane then and get both feet on the ground and get running.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
I'm not scared of a dogfight. I've had some long matches. I I did a short notice super match left-handed against Tom Holland in Birmingham, and the first round was just under 4 minutes.
Wow. Wow. So tell me, when you're all said and done, where you're like holding your arm up like this because you couldn't, because that's only match one. And I know when Tom gets into that deep hook, he's there. He's making a cup of coffee. He's flipping pancakes, still holding this move because that's how deep he gets into his hook. And he can stay there for a very, very long time. So I can only imagine how the both of you felt when that match was done.
Yeah, awful. it was awful. Yeah, I mean, I remember we were putting the strap on for the last round, and you're like that. You just can't feel your hands. Just try and get some blood back into your fingers.
Your hand is just numb. It's sore.
Yeah.
It's like, you want me to tighten it? I can't feel anything. Tighten it. I can't feel it,
Yeah.
So another thing I saw reading over the rules. So elbow pads are 10 inches. Is that, or did I overlook? Is it 9 or 10 inches?
I think they've added an extra inch on the front and an inch on the back.
Okay.
So the 2 inches bigger than a standard pad.
Okay, so that'd be now, yeah, because we're used to 7x7. These are going to be 9 inches, ladies and gentlemen. So, they may benefit one more than the other. You never know. But I tell you what, inches, it may not sound like a lot, but it makes a whole difference.
Well, I think they've done it as fairly as possible. So I think the reason for increasing the pad size was to reduce on little elbow fouls to keep the matches running. But they've had on the front for the hookers and on the back for the top rollers, so it's sort of evened it out. But they're the same width as standard.
Yeah. And Paul Maiden's Hot Spicy Boner says 9x7, 9 inches long, 7 inches wide. So there you go. There you have it. So I'm looking forward to that. I just have to get accustomed to the rules and stuff, because, hey, title matches best of 7. Hey, the elbow pads are a little bit different. So, but I think come to tournament time, we go back to, 7x7 because that's just the standard. But for this event, because underneath the Arm Gods umbrella, it'll be 9x7. So, hey, my friend, I am so excited. I know it's getting late over there for you. I haven't eaten lunch yet. I'm getting kind of hungry, but I'm so glad you had made time to hop on the show with me and stuff. I'm looking forward to our match. I'm looking forward to having you guys come over. All I got to say is be prepared for a lot of pictures to be taken. So,
yeah, can't wait, pal. Yeah, my pleasure.
Is there anything you want to say before we sign off, though?
Yeah, all the best. Train safe, and we'll see you there, my friend.
Yes, sir. Hey, take care of yourself. Hey, safe travels when you get over here, and we'll talk to you then.
Cheers, pal.
Take care.
Thank you, mate. Bye now.
Take care.